Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play The Sims 3 Disney Legacy Challenge, Generation 4, which is Sleeping Beauty Part 28, I believe. So, we are starting this part off with meeting Rose's future family, starting off with the husband, or future husband himself. This is Mr. Christopher Grove. Christopher's family is not as well put together as Celeste's family. I have a really hard time saying Celeste with like apostrophe S. Celeste's. Anyways, so yeah, this family isn't quite as close. They aren't quite as put together. Yeah. So, I mean, starting here with Christopher. Christopher is adventurous. He loves to swim. He loves the heat, and he's a sailor. He loves everything about island life. When he was younger, his parents both had job opportunities here in Isla Paradiso, and so he was basically raised, like, maybe from, like, 6 or 7, so, like, child stage in The Sims. He was basically grown up in Isla Paradiso. He loves it, loves everything about it. You know, he wants to sail the seas someday, discover islands, and figure out what's out there, stuff like that. Hopes to see the Kraken someday. Like, he loves island life with a strong passion. He likes Irish green music, geek rock, not Irish green music. He likes the color Irish green, geek rock music, and mac and cheese, and he is a Taurus. So, yeah, this is Christopher. I am loving this hat. It's store content, and I actually had thought it was Island Paradise content, but it's not. It is store content, but I really like it. When I actually was making this sim, it was the hat that was randomized on him, and originally I was going to have him be something completely different, but I took this look and I went with it, and I actually love how it turned out. I love Christopher's look. I love it. So yeah, I'm gonna cut out and I'll be back when we are with the next family member. Alright, so this is the dad. This is Jeremy Grove. So quite the look he has going on here. Jeremy used to be a very dedicated family man. He knew exactly what he wanted in life. He adored his wife, his family. But then something happened, and a lot of that changed. So Jeremy here is an absent-minded couch potato. He's also a green thumb, inappropriate, and a workaholic. So he wears overalls every day because he grew up on a farm. He loved working with, he loved farming, basically. He loved everything about being in the country, farm life, stuff like that. He was a really hard worker, but then he was in an accident, and he's not all there. He had a brain injury, and yeah, he's kind of messed up. So I didn't give him insane. He's not insane. He's absent-minded. He forgets what he's doing a lot. He'll start something, can't remember what it was, and just leave it. It drives his wife insane. He has also become rather lazy. He has it's a certain type of amnesia when they only remember certain pieces, or there's something chunks missing. And he has that, so he doesn't remember a whole lot before. I mean, he loves his family, but he doesn't really, he's not as close with them as he used to be. He almost sees, his kids as, they're nieces and nephews. They're not my kids. That's, the kind of love he has for them. He's just they're not distinct. They're not, direct family. They're not my kids. And his wife, he's not as close with her anymore, and she has considered divorcing him because he doesn't help around the house anymore, but she knows that he's not in the right state of mind, and she can't bring herself to do it. But they have fallen out of love. He is still a green thumb, though. One thing that he is totally dedicated to is plants. He spends all of his time at the community garden. His wife won't let him have a garden at home. He had one years ago, and he would be out there for weeks on end. Wouldn't bother coming to the house. He was sleeping out there. Like, he was obsessed with his garden, and so she had it demolished one day, and he never actually noticed. So, yeah. He is inappropriate ever since the accident. He said he has, like, no filter. He says things at the worst times. Does, like, he just... He is still a workaholic, though. If you can get him going, it's almost really hard to make him stop. So his wife doesn't know if it's better to just let him be lazy or to get him started on a task that she knows he will become obsessed with, something he will not be able to put down and stop. And, yeah. His lifetime wish is bottomless nectar seller. He's become a bit of a drinker too. Now it's not excessive drinking. He's not like violent when he gets drunk or anything like that. He likes his alcohol, his nectar. Sorry. He likes his nectar, and half of the things that he picks, he literally will divide it in half. Half of it goes towards making nectar. The other half he will sell. And as far as his wife is concerned, that is not helping bring enough income into the household. But she doesn't really know what to do with him anymore. So she doesn't really confront him on it at this point, because it hasn't seemed to do her any good recently. So Jeremy here likes green, it's not Indian music, Chinese music, and hamburgers. And he is an Aries. So that is Jeremy. I'll be back with his wife in just a second. Alright, so I am back with the mom. I also have my foster pups in with me. If you guys, I don't actually remember if I've talked about it in this Let's Play. I'm pretty sure I've talked about it in Perfect Genetics. But I have two new foster puppies, Castle and Beckett. They are pit bull mixed puppies. I have Castle in my lap. She was being kind of whiny. And Beckett's just laid down. So yes, they are named after the two main characters from the ABC show Castle, that is no longer on air. But yeah, and they are both girls. Castle is named, even though Castle's a guy in the show, we named our little girl Castle. And I mean, I don't think the names could fit any better. My Castle is whiny and very needy for attention and fits the namesake very well. Becca is definitely the more dominant of the two, and she loves shoes, and she gives Castle what for a lot, especially if Castle's trying to sleep. Beckett comes up and wakes her back up. So, I mean, they fit the namesakes very well. Anyway, this is the mom. This is Leslie Grove. So, Leslie, she's just kind of gone with the flow. She was offered a job here around the same time that Jeremy was offered a job in Isla Paradiso, and so they thought it'd be a good idea to move. She has regretted it ever since. She does not like island life. She hates water, or hates to swim. She's easily woken up by boats and the seagulls and just island life in general. She finds it's not as calming and peaceful as everyone says it is. She thinks it's way too stressful. Trying to find all these alternate ways to get around. She does not like the boats. She gets seasick. She does not like island life. I have Castle trying to jump off my lap. Yeah, so Leslie is she's not feeling island life at all. Oh, Beckett is trying to chew on my clothes. What are you doing? What are you doing? Little stinker. I don't think she likes that I have Sissy. I don't think Sissy likes it. She's not with Beckett. Anyways, so Leslie here is charismatic. She's a genius, hates to swim, light sleeper, and perfectionist. So, even though she does not like island life, everyone would never know. She's she's charismatic. She is able to kind of trick them into thinking that she's happy and content, that her life at home isn't as great as she makes it out to be, because they live in a pretty nice house. But she's the one making most of the money. She's a genius. She's in the science career. She's a brilliant scientist. And again, she's the one making most of the income for the household, even though she can keep the house afloat. She would really like it if Jeremy would step up to the plate every once in a while, hit a few home runs, and, help bring in some of the money. Again, she does hate to swim. She doesn't want anything to do with the ocean. It's why she's not on the ocean. She's not in a houseboat. She's not along any of the coasts. She lives inland, because she hates to swim, and she also doesn't trust Jeremy. Excuse you. She also doesn't trust Jeremy along the coast. She can totally see him, just forgetting what he's doing and walking off a cliff or something. Or walking into the ocean and drowning, so she does not trust him. She's a light sleeper. She is easily woken up by island life, and finds it very hard to get a decent night's sleep. And then she's a perfectionist. She loves making sure everything is just absolutely perfect. She's got OCD. I gave her the perfect student lifetime wish because she wants to go back to school at some point, get another degree, but that would require Jeremy to step up his game, and she's not sure if it'll ever happen, but it is a dream of hers. Excuse you. I do realize they all like green. She likes lime green, dark wave music, grilled cheese, sandwiches, and she's a Virgo. Excuse you! Do you want to be with Sissy? Is that your Oh, Beckett looks like she's trying to jump off the bed. Okay, so I will go get the last sim, and I'll be back in just a second. Alright, so here is our last sim. This is Miss Maya Grove. Really quick, I don't know why her skin tone looks almost red. It is the same skin tone as one of her parents, but for whatever reason, this is the color it comes out on on a child. So that's why she looks a little more red than either of her I'm pretty sure this is her dad's skin tone. But anyways, so yeah, this is Miss Maya. Maya is the quiet girl. She has a really hard time making friends, and she's really close with her brother. So Leslie was actually pregnant with Maya when Jeremy had his accident. And so by the time Maya was born, Jeremy had already developed that I'm not really that close with the kids. I don't love them as much as I would love my own, even though they are his own. So he has never been close with Maya. He has never really, he's never really paid much attention to her. And she caught on very fast. She noticed, and she's not blind to it. So her brother tries to distract her with little adventures, like the stuff that she reads about in books, because she's a bookworm. So he will take her on just little adventures around the island to keep her mind off of it, so they are super, super close. And however, her father not really paying attention to her. She's a people pleaser. She wants to make everyone happy and proud of her. And seeing that her father just doesn't really care, it's kind of lowered her self-confidence, and she's kind of a klutz. She just doesn't have the confidence to own it and be herself, and I'm a woman, hear me roar kind of thing. So she's a bit clumsy, and she's a computer whiz. She's very smart like her mom, and she knows how to work technology. So if she's not with her brother, she's either at home reading a book, or she's doing something on a computer. She loves being online. That's where she feels pretty much most at home. is just being in her comfort zone, and yeah. So she's the only family member that does not like green. She likes turquoise, country music, and PB&J sandwiches, and she's a Sagittarius. So yeah, that's Miss Maya. So I'm going to cut out and I'll cut back in with some regular gameplay in just a second. Alright guys, so I'm back and I'm probably going to talk a little quiet. I have two puppies behind me and Beckett is like hyper aware. She always knows when, like, if I start talking, if I have something playing and she's sleeping. She's a very light sleeper, wakes up and she just stares at me like, what are you doing? You're disturbing me. But anyways, Collins is actually finding out she's pregnant, and so I recently got Planet Coaster for my computer, and I've been playing it so much that I'm actually kind of messing up with the controls. I keep doing Planet Coaster controls when I should be like, so just saying. Da-da-da. Let's sail this. I can go research some more architectural design. Philip is currently working, or not. Dude, what are you doing? Philip, you can't just leave. Where are you going? Oh, looks like we have someone drowning. Are you serious? I wanted to be home to watch Colin, but I can't leave him alone for like 5 minutes, so. Oh, also, has everyone heard about the new Sims 4 expansion pack? I'm actually very excited. The mermaids look awesome. I think that's probably going to be like everybody's favorite parts. I actually am not the biggest fan of the whole like dolphin thing, if I'm being honest. So I know all about like, I think dolphins are really cute, they're really cool, like they're super smart. However, I don't like them being captured or messed with or anything like that. I know all about, like, there's this thing going on in Taiji, Japan, where they kill dolphins. She wants a boy. Girl, I hate to break it to you, we're not having a boy. We're having a girl. Sorry. So sadly I cannot promise her that. But yeah, I've watched documentaries on it, and like it's a whole mess. So honestly I wish there wasn't dolphins. And I've seen like the gameplay, and as cool as that looks, I just I wish it was not a feature. Or that, dolphins were, you could see dolphins swimming around and stuff like that, but that, like, you didn't actually mess with them. But oh well, it's not for me to decide. Of course, this is taking forever to go into Criticism and give her a cute pregnancy outfit. Okay. Heck to the no, girl. I don't know what she was thinking, but no. And so I started to think about the next generation. I was going to keep The Sims, like the next generation here in Isla Paradiso, but I can see the game getting incredibly laggy. So there's another world that I found, and it is a CC world, but for once it is not a My Sims Realty world, which is, if I'm not in an EA world, I'm normally in a My Sims Realty world. This, like I said, is not that, what is it called? Aspen Islands. Right? Yeah, Aspen Islands. So, again, it is a CC world. Actually, I'm currently looking at it while everything loads. It has like a lot of Island Paradise stuff in it. Like you can have houseboats. I'm pretty sure there are dive lots, things like that. But like it obviously isn't Island Paradise, and it's not perfect. Like it says, houseboats can swim in the middle of the map, but cannot swim under the bridge. So like they're limited to certain areas. Should we put her in? I don't even remember what we put her in last time. Oh, yes, I do. Never mind. I mean, it is spring, but it's still, like, cold out. So I'm trying to keep that in mind. I have to go work in an hour. Not looking forward to it at all. I mean, I'm feeling this sweater. Oh, I like the navy on her. Girl, you look good. Okay, so I think we're gonna do that and see what we can do for bottoms. It says that there are some known issues that Sims fail to travel to dive lots on their own. To send them there, click on the water near the shore, and when Sims get into the boat, you can send them to the dive lots. Because the world is large, transportation time may be an issue for like cheap cars. Like if you guys don't know, the cheaper the car is in The Sims, the slower they drive. So transportation is going to take a while if they use cheap cars or taxis. So they suggest using the subways or fast cars. There may be several slight lot tears. Give several days for the non-playable characters, the NPCs, to spawn. So yeah, I'm gonna link it down below. And you guys let me know if you would prefer that we stay here in Isla Paradiso, or if we move to Aspen Islands. I will bring Collins and Philip if we do move. I think I'll leave the girls here. So Briar and Rose, I think I will leave them here in Isla Paradiso. But if we do end up moving, so yeah, just let me know what you think. Sleepy puppies. I'm glad they fell asleep. Okay, they slept for a while, about an hour ago. And then my dad came home and he brought lunch with him, so I had to wake them up and go downstairs. Because I don't trust leaving them up here by themselves, especially if they were to wake up. Like, no. So I woke them up, took them downstairs. They were all hyper from sleeping for a while. And then I brought them back upstairs after lunch. And they were wild for a while. They were crazy for a while. And I wasn't sure if they were going to settle down. But they did eventually. Like, I had to go over and lay with Beckett to get her to lay down. But Castle actually settled down rather quickly. Like, they surprised me like that. I'm always just, like, I'll expect Beckett to be the one to settle down first, but then Castle will, or, like, vice versa. Stuff like that. I'm just always like, what? Just waiting for the shoes. I'm not going to mess with her sleepwear because I already know that her sleepwear is pregnancy enabled. So. This is taking forever. Like, seriously. And it's the shoes. Normally the shoes load pretty quick. And my timer's gonna go off here in a second. Like there. Finally! Good God, I think those actually took the longest to load out of everything else. Which normally isn't the case. No, I don't even know what to give her for shoes. I love these flats. I feel like I use them a lot. And they don't really go. Her outfit is much more wintry looking. I mean, those are some blue shoes, but they work, so we're going to go with them. And I'm going to end this part here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Again, I'm going to post the link to Aspen Islands down below. If you guys would let me know which you would prefer, if it's Island Paradise or not Island Paradise, but Isla Paradiso or Aspen Islands, it'd be greatly appreciated. And also, something else would be greatly appreciated if you go check out my gaming channel, Always More Gaming. It is also linked down below. It is now linked in all of my videos, or not all of them, but ever since the channel has started, it is now being put in the links, or in the descriptions. So, if you want to go check that out, that would be great. But yeah, I will stop wasting your time and end this part here. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye, guys.